Okay, so someone has actually requested that I return to Purple Kiss. Don't need to tell me more than twice. No, don't need to tell me once. Um, Obviously, I have a little bit of a different relationship with this group now. Uh, it's interesting too, but they won me over. Not even because I seen them live, but honestly, I just really liked what they put out, musically speaking. I really did. So, oh man, I love it. And when I first walked in, I was kind of more biased with like Gone and like with Dozy, but by the end of it, Swan won me over. And actually, even better yet, her signature is actually a swan, and I love that. So they're all just super sweet. So we're doing Voyager live. Honestly, super sick. I love this. So let's do it.
하얀더워질 위를 색칠할 너와 내 story 지금부터 비춰줄 우리의 향해 살랑 부는 바람은 feel so good torch 올려 어디든 오게 또 새로운 시작에 왠지 들뜬 마음 Now where we go now 해저빛 빠른 꿈으로 I'm feeling like a voyager 항해하는 마치 난 출발 저 빛을 따라서 완전해지게 날 I'm feeling like a voyager 누가 뭐래도 there's no answer 이 바람에 나를 덮쳐 이 바람에 나를 던져 재촉하는 시간 소리에 불안해하지만 it's alright 눈을 감고 넌 이 바람결을 느껴봐 빠르게 움직이는 구름들 새겨라 닿이는 공기들 팽팽한 덫 이리게 아름다운 날 Let's live this moment 해저빛 빠른 꿈으로 I'm feeling like a voyager 항해하는 마치 나지만 저 빛을 따라서 완전해지게 날 I'm feeling like a voyager 누가 뭐래도 there's no answer 이 바람에 나를 던져 고요함 속도 오르는 throughout 생각의 꼬리를 round and round 언젠간 다가올 끝에 난 두렵지 않아 마주할 이 순간도 바람에 이 길을 잃어도 애써 참지 않고 let's just fly away I'm feeling like a voyager 항해하는 마치 난 출발 저 빛을 따라서 완전해질 그날 I'm feeling like a voyager 누가 뭐래도 there's no answer 이 바람에 나를 던져 저 빛을 따라서 이 바람에 나를 던져
Woo! Yay! Uh, the interesting thing is for me is now having had exposure to this group a little bit more and seeing a lot of this live, it kind of makes me a little emotional a little bit, mainly just because honestly, like, the energy that was at that concert was so cool. And I have to say that one thing that I can honestly 100% tell you about hearing them live is they are very, very strong vocalists. They have a lot of power. I actually was surprised. Honestly, I kind of thought to myself, oh, well, it's going to be like most pop singers. They're going to probably just have a backtrack and they're just going to be kind of buried in with the mix and it's going to be okay. But they went out there and they were so loud and they were so potent, they're so strong in terms of singers that it just was actually honestly quite a surprise. And this song in particular, if you've seen my little vlog where I saw them live, this is the song that they would sing when they were getting down to the end of the concert, and they would actually walk and through the crowd and like take photos and like appear in people's videos, things like that. It was really cool. And I think again, I think that overall the thing that's really interesting is, especially, I don't know if it's really like not known, but especially Swan, very, very competent singer. She has a kind of an interesting and unique style, but honestly, like, all of them really can hold their own in a lot of ways, and each of them kind of have a unique signature sound, especially when you hear it live. And to me, this song right here, I wanted to come back and revisit this song because this is probably the point where I just kind of realized that no, this group is just super awesome. And honestly, I think the chorus behind this is so good. The chorus for this song is honestly probably one of my favorites out there. And one thing that I have to say that I really like is this little breakdown right here where they kind of all have their own separate parts right here. It's so gorgeous and it's so well written. It's so good. I just love how they do this breakdown. It's just such a good use of their vocals. They all, like I said, they all have a different strength to them. And honestly, that chorus is so nice because in reality, it is almost what is, I generally kind of refer to it as like a roundabout, where it's like each part of it just kind of keeps getting extended by a different vocal, just and it just creates this extra kind of cool dissonant or a resonance. And it's a cool way to write, but you really, really have to do it very carefully. If you don't have the people that can do it correctly, if you kind of mess up on the timing, if you don't have the song structured right, it's something that would be very noticeably bad. That's the truth of it, is that it would just be very noticeably bad. And I just assume at this point that a lot of the people that write the music now have help from the idols themselves. And I think it's pretty fair to say that this is probably the case. But I think that this whole song, to me, one of the things that's really kind of cool about this song is just the very airy and openness of it. To me, this does kind of feel like a song that's traveling. It feels like the wind is blowing in my hair. It kind of presents that feeling very heavily to me, that when you're listening to the song, it really does have a feeling of freedom in a lot of senses. And I really think that they really just did a good job with the way that this song is written and how they did the line distribution in this, because of the fact that so many of the girls in this group can just belt. It is amazing. And it's really interesting because each one of them kind of has their own separate, unique technique that they use. And that's actually something I really like about this, because obviously I was not this close, when seeing them live. So being able to kind of see how, I guess more or less, I could say that I saw Swan pretty up close a couple of times, but I think that the other girls, I didn't quite have that same opportunity. So to see kind of how they handle themselves, I think it's actually just really simple, or really actually kind of special. I want to say, hold on, I need to set this down for just a second here. So, for example, one thing that I thought was kind of interesting to see, going here in the middle, she wrote the song. You can see how she applies her power. Pretty interestingly, not something that I would say that I see very often, but it's not something that's unheard of. You can kind of tell she kind of juds her chin forward a little bit, and my guess is probably to help just facilitate the ability to reach into the higher note. I think that's actually kind of an interesting way to do that. I physically can't do that. I am a big mouth opener when it comes to singing, and see, she does kind of what I do. She sings kind of like I do. I pull back a lot when I sing like that. And see, the interesting thing is you can kind of see right here, when she sings, you can kind of see that she does a lot of the mouth placement, and like the tongue is just slammed against the bottom, and making sure that she has just all the access that she needs to be able to hit those notes, and it's very interesting. So, pretty cool. I wish that they could have done the other girls here as well, because honestly, in a full setting with all the group members, it really creates this super amazing, like, blend and harmony. But I think this is just so good. Again, it's that intimacy part that you kind of get behind it. So, of course, now I'm pretty big into Purple Kiss. So I'm blabbing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be just fanning over everything that they do from here on out, I'm sure. So, anyway, thank you all so much. Let me know what you're thinking about this. Honestly, for me, one last thing, I have this as a song of the year, a nominee. I do. I think this song is absolutely worth it. I think this song is absolutely deserving. Purple Kiss deserves more love. I agree. Thank you. We'll see you. Goodbye.